It says not only wearing the mask is important, how to wear it and when to take it off, and even how to take it off is also important. I think I very well agree. Leah Biakuboke, thank you so very much. Chief, the only chief, Binding Nexon. Chief, wapo mai.
Yamina dum tiki.
Yami ase.
Ocho waso wapo mtide.
Yami adum boko. Nipa yamba be introduce ni yedi nkomo na kan obi ho a ohia no hye mask ahun no. Richard Nyama, Deputy Communication Director, Michelle no manhu no. Richard Akwaba.
Yeah.
Uhume. Aso do uhume.
Ana
me hu. We de mekani anka o san me ho ko ye.
Ano. Me ga say Max nti we uhume. Na fi say me nti no we hu nipa oka. Okasa.
And I saw what the way look at our so sometimes it also muffles your anti problem pa. Tell me bisa doctor I do it abene beko. Because I was
I have my doubts. It's like a best subsided, but
I see the baby bronya.
Bronya de be pa hon pa.
Yeah, the be Christmas no so. Chief, na me say same free so ne. Registration court hon sembibre aba so finally Supreme Court ama we see agina Electoral Commission so mo be hye say. Then there is this issue about voter region K2 South. Ni nyina ye nsem a wo se di ho nkomonti ma mintie wo wadwe nkyere fasa ni ma nyina ho right from nano court call ye then exercise I shall see what channel.
Yo, tiki medase. Mama fa we free kesi do na mincha awo na me brother Nyama na wa hwefa wo hwe nyina. Tiki mi gizi de omanga na ye free baby na ye ba bedu baby ayedri. Na de me ekan no ye no kwa na Ghana fupi na enkankan se itu anamonko yen rural areas na adena ye nyina ye di dase de nyimpa dodo a wo hon se ebisa won nka won fashion so di bi mra nka mo botum we nya da ba onye de won krata a wo de to aba a Electoral Commission na kasa oye odema hon dam jinadui no ma NDC ye tu anamon de nka obeya isi no oma kwan na nyimpa dodo na wukita dam krata na na kasa da ma hon oma kwa na dam krata na nye ahyensoze a obotum wode gina do wa tro wondin no kwasem ni ehwe yen mrapon no boye ho ba na oyemdede a o sabi ye embranyimni gidide nyimpa oye Ghana nyi a obotum wedi dam djuma ofa baton oyada ochirem pote ema ye nyina yehu Ghana nyi a wedum pempendra odotum otwo ni din a ne trim da ha odotum onyadam kwan na otoaba da me nyina na ohye hen kutupa ma yetu dam anamono but Supreme Court ni cheche ma ode ba no chede asem na ye kan oya asem a odimu na emum krata ya Electoral Commission ode abakoto parliament ma wa ye mran odimu de botum ato aba da na adi nyina na nso yemfanfa dam krata no do tige dam krata no so na ye nyina ye nyim de nyimpa dodo na no wonyi dam ahyenso de ne bi onu nti na odi dam ebisadi aba na court ruling ne be no na ebinom nyimpa piche ho adwene mi gidi de ruling ne di waba na tike awo ayelo enyi ba chem kakra mi gidi de wa aba susampara so se mi wadwen kire wo ho na me fi de dam ruling na wa ban onyada emima adwene mu mi fi de ono nye besta oboboa ma Ghana nyi bia atro ni dina emrasi ukwan de makada masam na gidi de emra onsi ukwan Ghana nyi bia o hwe free anope na nka hende ma ye pepa anyi de ye madam kwan mra no bia ntumra susampa so krate na oda ho no se wona wo Ghana card na wo passport ekwa na de dama de ne kira obotro wudin wadamo onyo bia so no obi enyina yenyim da minti se unu bi wobi na ono wa tro ni din na ono wenya card ni bia obotum we de ginim da manyimpa du na da manyimpa du no wonso wetum wa tro ho din na mana oyeye okakra nyi de anhwe a na se nyimpa oha wo krata ni bi na yenya opepi na wonyi bia na chere chido oha na wetum wegirim wada madam opepin but emrenti ibotum ya ye nkakra badagya o kira adwini bi onso nyi de ye nkakra yisi na nkasa so no hihye no se ebronu bia na ye dwuma na dakru bia no wo targeta or expect enti sese bibia yedun ye besa electoral commission for there once Ghana funu wo ho na we kudu ho no se wo bonchenku na wo ma wo momodi na wonya bir na wontum won twro din no ma obiara all there needing kokratemu otum okokratemu amasike obi na adwina nkwanko ye nde edibuapaye bi edi yimidin anada edibuapaye bi impede ibotro midin se da made ne bape ono ode mentem ho ase na KK ode baba wodam bia na wodi dam djuman na da made ne baso na se yentum yan capture information ode capture na che dam bia na wo ba boto abadachi no yenye ndem bia obabo ho itigana nyi bia otei omomodin na yenye bir wose benada benada wo besha ase oye china amide me constituency ye konfi enti quickly na modo mo siku hwe arrangement a owo ekonfi but unfortunately no benada ye besha ase so onye ekonfi nyina na wo sha ase benada the man na onye constituencies mjidire Richard Sunu constituency waso constituency obey the same one shebe bia ase putupru na mu ye besha ase wo de fi otomo achwochwo din na anan nature ansana we fi ho na wako baby foforo enti no oye atete kakra but sebi nhihye a wako akoda ho nyin enti no mo de yenyi de ye boaboa ye ho ano na ye krado na yetum ye jiber na yeko tro yedi wonso a wa tro ho din no so ye anaboka nyi no all the otum ogina once a wonyina wo fi krokodo no otum ogina name na wo ginem di mo bi ma otro ni din challenges kakra na owo ho enwu de
chief sa challenges a wo kan ba ku bi a me so mahu na bibi sa se kwan be ne be fa so ne se Supreme Court kasa wie no na che se ye nyina anim Electoral Commission kwan na da o manim
sure
ade no ye sha ase ochina now over the weekend ye nyina no se me amete hey and I'm being very honest
sure
minim exactly where me kwa akọ Shromidin.
That's correct.
Until said me who sent for sending him about my phone so I'm asking myself say you find say be a also so only be a smartphone and na only sa platform be na onye familiar with sa platform no senye say be obes sorry no nam ne importem no be hu se nipa bo ma no a how do we ensure say nipa be hu sa de no ntem because obi o be a person be kwa akoto no ochina sorry be kwa akoto ochina. How do we cure Sadia?
Yeah, that's it. In fact, challenges in a cronian or hard P. Tiki, I find obi today, me. Na mo war and cran. Obi so horse away free ya, ebi ano so owo hafasini and our baby of ye confi. Into what the registration everybody no shall sebnadan. Obeja na dori and obesra kwan wo nejumem de o mama dapan na me konko tro meeting se dem nyimpa na oba badu de mesi American na hihye na waba no dapan no no age no onya da wo ye wo ne bro na obutu wa tro ni dia na chede dem nyimpa no ne dapan no wa ekwa these are challenges are all about
so it means I was say ohu answer
fantastic challenges are all about because of electoral commission nanga so jitum de ni firia odi ba be yejuman dodo naramba mbeka nensa nti ontum onhye ejumana ase putupru ma obiara ntum nyebi na sadam na ota menyo be adwen de oda nka de rubon okofom pa ma obi ehu o mantem biara say electoral commission edwuma ye no ye de wura ye bo no say be generally enti no eti national there dem de wuri na ya abo na wo so etu ho anamo no so onyo bia na obotum wenya dam kwan onyo bia na say be obotum po akoto nsɛmtwerɛkrataa ana bibi de ɔkɔ akɔhwem na wehu ne dam na ɔdo dam nti na wɔde district by district bia no na nka wɔde dam dwumadi no ɔkɔdo but as we speak ɔnya adza dam dwumadi no wahyɛ ase ɔno na nkyɛn again wɔn a wɔbɛyɛ guarantee wɔde ama others forms a wɔde bɛyɛ dam dwuma no kyerɛ wɔkɔ abafi efiri do wɔkɔ wɔn website na wɔtum akɔ print dam document no na dam documenting they tum a guarantee ma ebia Richard anatiki na bibia mi fi ba no telephone po ye kwa ya otumri bia ode gina yi
does it be so omonye bi available e center ho
dabi nancha our erba na I register pe de a guarantee emobi no na ode ye onhihye na se wo ye bi available wo center ho pa sebi nyimpa hin na yenyim de wo ba be dam guarantee no odamo enti ihwa nwan kasa wa aka won kasa emu de ode itum eko won site won na itum eko download dam guarantee forms na nyimpa dodo a wontum won download guarantee forms onam baby ma wo fi worba wo de aba betro wodin ono so ye asem kese a oda ho a ode ye hwe na ye ka ho asem tike no kwasem nyi de electoral commission in dem ambrakan o man kwan de onye na ejuma but ejuma na oye na oye ama ami na awo na ho ankasa da minti wona na mumbi a wo tu bia o de nkan hihye no kokodum pempendu bia obeye mfaso o da magana nyi bia because Ghana nyi bia obeje bere na wedi mfido awotwe no oye na asade do tum okoto aba na o kire ho na obeye ne MP anade ho na no obeye ne mampanyin ama omampanyin kru no so woyi na se ototo nzama odama ne manfo na wa reflect there ne manfo na wagine tum the order ono odi ho anyim tike da mensem nyina na okofa adam kasa pi nyina odi bay na nka Supreme Court ye he adom na obande krate yo hoyi onu na Ghana fudodo no obi nti ye makwa no mpo anka so obi ko guarantee
nka adom no ma ye wi no
oh damn
ana we anya adom
Supreme Court wa mani ruling but wa nya adom amwa Ghana oh no kwa nyi oda no kwa do ye krupe
okay
Ghana for wo voter ID card na wo do so mo nyina wo hwe enyim den nka
but say eno so na isi say sakrata no ene na nka ya anya exercise kura nka ye so decide say be fa sakrata na aha
enti se ihwe nyimpa dodo a wodin wo krata ni ma woto aba unless the isi pedo ka che hende dam nyimpa no se bi ichemu ebie na ne mu fa wo woman wo ye nkrofo bi a onyi de wonya dam krata na wonya krata which ye ntum ye nka dam asam
mamintie onuan so na
eti tike aso man no ye wo home
mamintie onuan but ye be call sa border matter no so no Richard
tike mame fa network is enchia ya hwe fo nyina na tutru me constituency for Bandai me Nsroma ye start registration na obi anto anamo na ko register said na chief ikano we hear registration na ye in clusters ntino cluster bia so da ese omoye we gidi se sadoro bono de se isi epejamu pa na omoye notices ebobo various electoral
communities no
communities no and adverts in newspapers and radio ebe chere say okay efi enne ediko fan say Thursday ye wo ha nti say o te ben ha na say o pese o register e wo electoral area here but modern na be pi ho within those 4 days na ye wo registration is very important. Court ruling ne de yenyina ate. Court ne ekire mu se voters register dada no yentimi emfa no enko ye registration. Na ebi mu eda so ka se kire Ghana forces omo kwa omo fa sa ID no emfa nko ye out of ignorance. They are still insisting because I mean say court ruling no nya de omo person mo gitum nti ayomo ya, and they are insisting. And my question am bisa na say wo a wo ka sa asem no eda no so a wo di voters ID dada na be kwakwa ya na nya sa ho na wo dada no is not necessary. Ti yen hwe na obia enko fa the needed registration card no ID no enfa nkonko registration na unim ti kemi gidi se u follow case no
I did
one now can say yebo asem igu ye this aspect of voters or voters register na isi no nsema no mugina so make sa argument ne say voters register no is bloated. Omo hwe numbers na eme say nkofo dodo na enimu say court ho no at least attorney general edi adanse ekoto court enim a ekire say ohwe ye statistical survey number of people who are over the age of 18 years and above. Ohwe say only 18 na untimi nto aba ewo Ghana. Na omofa the last two statistical details. Enipa omodi 18 and above. Ewo ya statistics mu a ye survey ana ye report a kire say Ghana for ye nipa dodo say no. Esa chen omo register say omo kwakoto aba. Ti na we bisa wo ho say sankofo na omo be ka ho no mu fi. Omo an be nso no mu fi bai. E be ka ho ma say ya ye ti Ghana ye 18 and above no. Ye sa chen ya ye voters register. That was something irreconcilable. Na nya bakope. They went back 2-3 times. I say ade no abe sa na ye no. But it speaks to the fact to say register is bloated. And say you call the last time 2012. Na say after enokra Abu Ramadan mu rulings here you ko ba ye nyina. Isi nankasa ajetu say there are some elements are ewumu feel. And that is the perfect way to do it. Going for a new register. Enti ye kwakoye foforo. Abeda ho say opa umpo they say you should register foforo. Na nanka NDC ejitu mu from the word go. What would have been doing so far was to educate the people. Na ye chire publicity no enkosoro na obia MP mbe registration no, but somehow some no ekwa bani nyina na me ati asese eba new voters registration na NDC for will not partake because omo fi say wrong. We are disenfranchising people. Nti ma ebe kan kofo timu say da bi say ebe kwakoye a new voters register nko ade e ma so ye nti ase ye mpene. Nti say and there's a challenge ni say court rule say voters register foforo ebe ye. Number 2 voters ID dada yentimi emfa nkoye. You now have to go back and convince the people say baby ayedu no say koye voters register foforo. Na ID na nkaye pe no ye nyanye nti o de fa wo birth cert fa wo passport ana NIA card na obi nko gina mu eni adanse ma sa nneema miensen there is a problem for the NDC to communicate that to their people.
Kai sa point na me bisa o say won credit NDC for doing us Ghanaians nyina some sort of person make say maybe for want of a better expression favor by clarifying the matters. Me can NDC na me person me separating from omo I be omo nam street so no more can e be say na obi kura say mo try yan castrating had no. I'm talking about the NDC as the NDC that went to court are presenting the case in a civil forum. Na dwen ye ne say in together with ye nua ba ko na okoye ne say ye can say revise as ye chere ne say there is an existing register until you only revise, so that the meaning of revise means that baakuna eda ho no na wo sachere, and then the I told my mind to the fact that revise could also mean change, redo, remake, all those things. So ye ma court no nchirem ye mas almost credit no.
Oh, for going to court no there oma said there oma ko na ruling no, that is the problem. They are not able to come to terms to the ruling. Yeah, ruling no say the general mosquito kai. I say omo danyame ase say omo di asem yi ba court na court na di amomo enti no omo timi di voters register dada no edi year registration. And so osheda na okan you. He just didn't say it for the sake of it. Unimu say a lawyer for na NDC lawyers no na so that was the position of the NDC officially. Now, Utiomo lawyers they are yet to come to the terms with it. Utiomo, Omufi said no. Court, no, they are talking of even ambiguity. Meanwhile, the Omu seeking in court now list the catch almost say abwegu. The almost say Omaje tumuno. No mama here. Number 3, no mo pe baby did the omo bogu ni nyina akakakoshem say oh we no e pa kire say wetime use card no e dey akakako register.
Me say argument no over the weekend.
And that is their lawyers strongly making that. And they can accept the fact say
the man from Adekye say listening to Chief Bini no.
Yes.
He just looked at it and then looked and into the man
because Chief Bini naturally is the propaganda part is not part of him. I'm saying that officially. And can say that is not the state of the issues. They are still insisting. And me NDC ni amete pandaya. Maybe some a brand no swan. Am I supposed to go with my voters ID? No,
not even withstanding the fact that former President Mahama why encourage you almost to. He's explained to them processes no.
Yes, and that is the conflict ewo NDC for dream. Because one side say here it me the card that no ekoye until the court say e pe no yenya. Na ebi mu so se mo de mo nkoko register na the court the no kra no is they are virtually short-changing us and the justice system is perverse on semu bebre say if we are going into the details of it the ono ankasa kai no was an indictment of the Supreme Court. You can get to the point he said, the omo kai no, many omo nya adwene. But say abewie enti no yanko register based on the new law no, then ko yenim. But you go on to indict the Supreme Court and virtually run them down. And so the same Supreme Court, wow, now it's
a phenomenon. I was say a discourage.
Yes.
I was say a discourage.
But you see,
yes, I was say a discourage.
Discourage, you know, they say a discourage.
Then discouragement, no, so you look at you heard from both ends.
Yeah, let me tell you, 20, yes, but Ohono me no nyadwene.
Okay, so that you can address it properly. Mekai 2012 petition.
Yes.
And after it, near my comments people from Momo side a year about the courts and even sometimes individual judges.
Judges, yes.
If you are palatable at all.
I agree with you. But you see, we take a cue from your head. And yes, sir. Now, man, penny no summer and then someone now can. What's on your money? Yapa, because of you say, oh, the dance here a buyer. Not case of ruling in his favor. But be that as it may, no, a decision I might take it. Intino,
in the same thing, NDC for so kinds. Yes, one my
I'm saying that the former the president in that 2013, no, one court to the extent to say or indict Supreme Court. No.
He did not.
He did not.
But other people
you see, and that is where say oh yeah individual and oh yeah independent oh te ho 8 years kasa. Yeah one China yeah kasa no. You take that for granted. Opinion kasa na here.
No, but so it feeds into more discourse.
It does. But what I'm saying is that what the American say. So oh yeah independent minded now ot baby 8 years and someone so man penyi Nana Akufo-Addo kasa wia. The one me
mama kan muntimi ntum ho fo say man penyi kasa wi
me say o kakra na emunyedu. What you say? Because I'm looking up to what the person is up there saying.
Okay.
And there former President Mahama Bekano, he carries weight. Now, Echina say, of course, I same court, na court ni dimanwa, they no beka. You don't indict them. You can disagree with the case because you have made your point, and a point almost some company, and we did it differently. So it's okay, but you don't go on and indict them. But in summary, no, me say NDC as at this point, you know, they are in a confused state. Nim. The ombekwa kachre omo members EFA registration because on all the fronts, you know, they didn't first and foremost want a registration to come in. Until no one person be registration.
Yeah.
And I say ebeba kra say use card dada no enenye. Nimi enu nyina ya bogu. Enti o kwa kachre o members say omo mba to aba no member register no. I say ferry kakra wo
sir because me
that is where
Democrat was saying page 3 former President John Dramani Mahama has called on all Ghanaians of voting age to channel their disappointments towards President Akufo-Addo and the MPP government at the efforts to exclude them from electoral processes by turning up in their numbers to register when the process begins next week.
Court aye ruling. Nanso, with the ruling na akwa kwese o mampenyi say on na aye. How does a court ruling say number 1 is within the mandate of the EC so omonye registration for and number 2 yenyusu voter ID dada no enye. B say President Nana Akufo-Addo and prevent Nkofo from registering and voting. Supreme Court, well, they are kind. Say, actually, say, or Mampenyi Nana Addo na take his decision. Meanwhile, Supreme Court na make decision. But Omoko Court, no again say, Nana Addo danko Akufo-Addo any easy. I can nabi and Omo yesa. Meanwhile, the same President Mahama. Just in 2014, 2015, yeah, kwakotwaba. Also, the EC is independent. Na enya omumunye eduma, omeduma, and that same EC there, on tiase, say omuye omeduma.
Jiwa
kakra. Chief. Yabako yanim.
Tike, yabako yanim. But you see,
entina ya diwe na so prayer.
I think that there is a deliberate attempt by Minister Richard there. And Openo obe attack President John Dramani Mahama. I just wanted him to point out one, Asema President Mahama Kenya Ofide or ran the Supreme Court down. And I thought that is what Nkobeye mentioned or day, and I think that the Madden or they ran the court down. Na I can't want them. But you keep saying they'll run the court down without telling our viewers and Aja why or they run the court down.
So are you denying say on yes sir?
No, so now do you agree they were around the court?
No, I don't. So when I walk outside, maybe south.
And so you are the host. And if I'm telling you don't run a court down,
okay.
Maybe some time I deny now. Not that you agree they were around it.
No.
So
some person may tell you clear.
No, but I spoke clearly. They on run a court down.
All right.
And you are a lawyer. You know the judges sometimes they are also human. They make mistakes. And you know the say judges woman ruling now. Some or a bill or a subject to review. Another nye de bill ruling biara. If you feel the other reviewer, you can go ahead. And then you judges bisu eba high court. Wotum woman one ruling my deko higher court krama work at them ruling now the by no nya papa. And onye them not. Enti judge was the one kasa de botugwa. Na e wadwen chirebi wo ho a. E botu ma chire wadwen. In fact, even if you disagree with them ruling now, you can still disagree. Say John Dramani Mahama. Ihunde wafu simply do not call Ghanaians the mama won't register. Memo bia enje my Supreme Court na kan intuma. Then you can say what you are saying. In fact, before ruling Nikrano, he was on record to have visited baby war voter region. Onya himfo kasa okache honde. Ye court no nam de law abiding inti. Ye twen ma court ne beka. But before them ruling ne baba nyina na ye wo limited registration in a validation or the enti no say electoral commission oba hen mantema ahimfo kra won bogongo ma ganafo wontum wompo na wonko hwe de wodin wom another otidenye. Enti them attempting it is clear the Ghana food do nyina including Richard Nagasa nebusuafo na ne constituency fu nyina no wonyim de senka dan ruling by the one for one voters ID card nkwa nka one bread attle. He knows. You know. Or other he nyina ya discuss extensively. Now in the wisdom of the judges, and this is the directives are whatever. Say NDC amanyoku no yefi de ndem bi wo ha odo wo ya legal team no be kodo na wa ye but tike say nyimpa de ifie yosi wo ye ufie wona wo mi wo ye webusuafo na ibodu fie aseja na webusuafo no wo ka che de onya onye eja na asimesi nye eja. I'm sure you will be confused. If you should drive home now and your family tells you that Richard no one papa onya wo no awonye eja wo fie ha, you will be confused. But there something is not normal, something is not going on well. And as human as you are, no, onyaza obey ode. It is all kind of NDC for why confuser. To some extent, and some now all cordon, and amazing my yenyim the fairness war on. Ayen hundaman, obviously. Say expect the BB bay na suddenly obey zia. As a normal human being, you will be confused. Now,
but I think he will limit confusion to the fact that when the court has spoken and in clear terms, then there are people who are among something else. That's the understanding.
When a court speaks and it's clear that they have spoken, and you disagree with my court in Akan, the minty if a subject to the bayan further, it might be clear as communicated, but because you disagree, no, it will not be clear with you.
I see.
Unless I'm saying something else.
But what you mean can say be okay, minimum say what can say. I mean no one yarding than to say court no can say. A bra in reality no nyasa na court no can. I think say honors
you see lawyers wasn't chechi maba. And TK as a lawyer ruling the bay na you're discussing until there over a judgment in our details. A lot of you were confused. I'm sure you were confused yourself if you be truthful to your viewers.
Well,
because even in the courtroom, lawyers and the officers of the court in Adekye, they were confused. Because if you look at,
you could be confused.
You will be. It could crash
you could.
Me say you will.
You could.
Could crash deny to.
Sometimes you could be confused until someone sabe can't until. You bet me confused until someone you better draw order no. Now on side can. Now one match with who reliefs I will see.
I agree.
And sometimes get an answer no will say okay.
I agree.
Say na court no.
I agree. Listen, with this judgment, me I'm not a lawyer, but sitting back and I know that indeed. Because you see, when you ask for a relief, now it's granted, subject to something.
I feel now call at the corner.
Thank you.
So you could be confused.
You will, in fact, could cry deny diplomatic. You will. You see, let's go to
Supreme Court petition.
Yeah.
Then I am a judgment number of courts.
Oh, okay.
And when the president or Kassawi, you know, who said it took a very short.
Yeah.
Or Kassawi, you know, obit me to say, or say.
Yes. Nipa no a legal person.
There be a legal person. You are not a journalist. Also, was saying, I'm so, or see a sorry,
Missy.
And then you're babonte. So, you know, okay, until some in Sabeka, a copy
of the judgment.
Of the first order now, you know. And then get the copy of the judgment, you know. Mean to me, honestly, me on the day now, Mumma, and me can say, Ubi from me say, me can was a me cover ya. Didn't make us say you could no be on your to no better say. But I'm saying that you could be.
Missy,
also you would be.
Do you know
very well.
You know the
and also to Niana ya caution, ne say nkebe ya. Nka wo pia montena apere na say the microphone no ba. Ebi anka obeto obo ase kakra ansa.
Missy,
but you know
the AG no represent you know. Ono kra no tell you were in court.
That did not mean court.
Obisa for clarification. Okay, and he was directed there koji order no na he. Intinu say at that point in asem na order to go and other what I say complete. Said there would be no need there. Obebisa for clarification. Inti ohon na yata se na careful. TK Ketu South, I mean Volta region. OT and other regions are Aban will deploy military or the cohort. Maybe na make sure people him. And if you look at times if you page 11 regional minister or Volta wakasa na
honorable
lecture.
Yes, and honorable James.
And our pension so any MC no so wakasa.
Na ite minister na some kanyina. Opache there high military presence and another security presence no one is because of the COVID. Nkrofu oba in and out. COVID no hotspot in Ankasano or Yankran Hade na Ashanti region. Security presence over hand. Yenina ye jitum there or ye onyada or ye intimidating. Borders are Omana intokwensim. One borders and sebi yebo hombana yenyimhona wobo borders won homban. Unless of course we are trying to say that yenyihu ndide hu adwuma na wo yen obotum ayeni. But this attempt no is deliberate, if you ask me. It's a deliberate attempt politically orchestrated to make sure that the opponent in a strongholding. Intimidating microphone in these times registration. Yeah. Oh, now I mean Abu Fabakra will come to this conclusion. If you look at Kwan ya Kon Chechema ya ye fiti offering voters current voters ID ayewo kwana yepede fada yesisem foreigners ahon no wom it Richard Niamani submission or am opedot etase there isi kra waka the foreigners wom intino ono the yesisa voters ID Ghana yimpa hina wo register se eko ketu nne na eko aflawo na eko oti eko Afar East eko Savannah na ishe the kind of presence or na iba politically na ebe hwede them areas nyina wo ka ho asem sebi ya ihwe ma politically no oye hwanom so na wodos ngo emri aye ba be registration if time a covid be boso ma henye government did not care about Ghana for what the nyimpa baba omanim until time aye be registration
but so nim say at all material times a covid buy the government announced say you close borders and we monitor borders no so
tiki na say
sa reinforcement you mo ye no last week Monday no mo ye sa reinforcement
tiki. I'm telling you that we close borders on yende covid all started to shoot covid obey beginning answer na yeboko lockdown na why in there over 10,000 as a man, did we question the fact that you should to go 10,000 to your borders why porous into immigration one tighten? Na you wanna woof my walk over.
So
another
Chief, I meant to ask you. I know a better day. I mean, how is it going to affect the registration?
TK. Yeah, about your registration. It's sorry on a panel. We area hona edi juma no military so de nanka ntawantawa ba mentem ho asemban ene hu de wate won egu wona wo ho nyina no wonte wo ho ase wo bibido a wonyima na mo na wotu a wonyi posifu di dem juma wona wo border ho no wonyim de ifitogu ana ifi Ghana na riba togu a immigration fu no wo behwe na watoto wano Iba sem na wesi say COVID the panty na military for work. I'm telling you that it is not COVID. And you agree with me that COVID unsro military. You agree with me that you have to board them on yende. It is you have to board them na say COVID ruko so no nti ne pede. Yema obafuma. Anka onyene na nsa ye ba be registration. Now, I mean twa adwene bra bibido. Time registration hu sensem be ya yerken. Yura Gabi Ochredako. Oye kasa bi na no ended am adwene kasa no ho a otwete. Na madwene ho a osisin semsem bi duma. O se register na ye ka ho asem a ye hwede won sisa na voters ID na ma ye use. Se ihwe bebi tire do mi kwa benya na hwe nyimpa dodo awo. Na ihwe Ketu South. Na ihwe nyimpa dodo a woto aba. Who be here, they able to the man among. Your court in a ruling bed, and use to Ghana a card no ya. Na panansa, friend, Asarafu, we do, Ketu South. Menyoka say, Nimpa dodo I will deploy one the con. Sebi, COVID-19 on them from him, for you who want yes, ye chich one from him. Ye fada nyimpa dodo ne fankogo nti mame bisa nyinde o how bia nsi ho ntokwa bia nsi ho basabasa ye bia mba hon na so o ye border susu ampara na ye sondo de nyimpa ntum nko nomba kire ye de dama sa hafo dodo ye akwakogu ho ansana
okay
ehu kasa flight lieutenant General Rollins no office or that to go have you
no
seen
me
I'm going to send it to you now wakasa akan
okay
na obiata se sike Medimano receive.
Fesina unuambrem.
Abraham Lincoln or can be look. Time I reach Nyama no more opposition. Senka soja for 3 pekra or call Eastern region, Ashanti region, and Kayenya so fantin on my and somehow waka in opposition. Odu maybe crown what the radio do a national television. Na walk and there. One jibambo funindi. Nti wan kasa wo prepare one crop was born ban.
Okay.
On no kafa invisible be ya. Wo two more send warning what the minister of state don't find come on man pay. Abraham Lincoln was say nearly all men can stand adversity. But if you want to test a man's character, give him power.
Okay.
That is when he will show you that military men can arrest COVID-19. Only thing we will take them to borders for them to go and
so only to enforce the closure. I haven't taken a position on it.
I know that.
I haven't taken a position.
I have followed you for some time now.
But
if CK said you will be principled to them following I know from the bottom of my heart that you will not agree
Chief
to the fact
says, so after all these ugly noises against the completion of the new voters register, will the NDC go out to register? Hamza Mohammed, my friend Hamza, I salute you this morning, TK. In fact, the deployment of the military men in Volta region around the Ketu South and North is so shameful and sad to say, at the least. Let's all condemn the act. It's even sad to hear the longer serving member of parliament like Honorable KT Hammond made the comments he did. All right. Richard, you better wait me to convince
sorry, just a second.
Chief Baini say adi enya registration ti.
Richard, just
enya to scare ni pentina.
Just a second.
Ano pay mene MC akasa wonu so church dey also come.
Richard, just a second. Just a second. Who message na read?
Which of them?
Last one no and they know say about KT Hammond. I have listened to Tahiru Nsroma.
Okay.
But I did not start with it because na mempede
yebehu from that angle. And you I'm
practically no na mempede he nyina yehu na ye kire han adwene.
Okay.
Na ye sincere and honest.
Yeah.
Take me that. Make a court no ho asem no. Make a can you see bibi so. Say I say court ruling no abeye nungwase ama NDC ama ye kase omo nimu de omo ye. They are confused. Enti and they told me no omo ni message bia. Yet
in terms of registration.
Oh, registration ni bibia governance. We are how many months into elections? Let me say the next 4 or 5 months. Na ikotwa ba nyesa. Omampenyi Mahama Omampenyi Dada Mahama da ben na eyi no as running candidate for NDC. Over 1 year, I almost 2 years okra. Yeah, can say only running mate. Number 2, only any program or debate to get. I because a manifesto.
Until more timelines no.
Me say manifesto. Aban bia opposition party bia e wo manifesto a ugina so eye wo campaign. Me ba me yesi what try to ho. Ama we can reference it. And then almost sorry I no makofa MPP manifesto. No ma I omo marking. Moma this 630 something promises. Mo ye emu 17. At least there's a point of reference. There can nyina ye ko nyina no. Omampenyi eboniti mu na oka. China se ye bisa no se de importe inti na wose ento abama wo. Na se e gina so a there's nothing we can hold them to. Tika na meboa. There has not been a manifesto put before Ghanaians say wenti ento abama wo. The attendance say oh, me no me mistakes am I in the past. Bra me be president. Enti mama me second chance na me san be debut. Na sa mistakes no me nye bio. Enti Ghana a guinea pig laboratory COVID-19. Oh confusion and say
that can be about teacher trainees allowance, nurses allowance, or can
he's just saying it. He's saying it. Can you hold him to it? Ochina B, can you hold him to it?
Why not? If there's a record.
Record no na maker. On for record number 2. Said this is the reason my baby man penny for 6 years. Now so when you went in, mo hwe so ento abama you na member to so and na member yi we and we from bra. Yet the president has no original idea in his life. Odi ababe to guy ye be debate. Anye bia no. Na do Danko Akufo-Addo has brought you free SHS. Nobody does it. Ye kan or say Ghana Beyond Aid. That is an original idea. We are working towards it. What you say? No, he has no idea. And here, Supreme Court ninka kaho anamu koni nyina was a rules. Na no more adwunumu enya ade be bani say. So they did not prepare for it. And here came abewie. Na omo Supreme Court no omo ka kire Ghana for say number 1 registration na ma so number 2 yemfa card the card ye beba so kra card dada no na di be so my boss amienu negu a what are they to tell their people? I asked that question. Me can't gina bibi so and na omo ni message and unfortunately owura Katie Hammond anokofumu ye no keka nsem okay and he was saying he guess obika say I guess na chere say the oka no kra oni gina so bia oboni timu no oka so he does not, and that is why we should dismiss what Katie said, and beyond that no kra no
comfortable with it
beyond that no kra no ono ankasa aba echirechire mu but point ne say so obeka asemo asan aba echirechire mu then there is no, it's not worth even saying it in the first place.
All right.
And so that should be put in its place. The Katie kan ye no one kan ye enya no kwan so no but me say NDC and he did the NDC a favor ayomo depa enti na omanya message a omudi ka kire voters say mo konkokoye registration and he say tribalistic ethnicity say omanpanyi person or disenfranchise angonafo. How on earth can you say this? Enti omo kan sa no se sia no akoto nkofo tim the ruling government wants to disenfranchise us. Enti ye nyina MP enkonkoye register. I'm telling you that is the whole reason. The omo kan nyina no enungwase ato omo ni message na komudi be kwa registration no. Enti keti amo message aban no empese I'm now omo page mu efi Ghana kra. These are the messages they are sending. But no omo ye no omo feel say K2 South and as a K2 North kra. And they concentrated on LS and K2. Only to realize say the thing is a disbursement to all border areas. And Adekye na say border areas ni nyina omo minority in parliament Nsroma on their tribalistic basis no omo so omo K2 South no omo wia omo ntu anamo enko the other border areas nso enko ye de omo kwakoye K2 South no so we need message a we di be man confirm because we ni egu asinti na say we di nchichemu Ghana. I'm telling you, it will fall flat in your face. Naketi, unimwasemu bi ayo ho. Unimu say minority in parliament. The NDC, your friend is saying, voter minority were specifically requested for the army and the security forces to be deployed to the borders. I'm telling you on authority.
No minimum.
Say,
every
when COVID by, they met with the regional minister and the RECSEC. And no encourage RECSEC, Regional Security Council, led by the regional minister, say, Ombe here, say, be deploy security forces to the minority. Yes, the voter regional caucus. They met with the security RECSEC, Regional Security Council, with the minister. I'm saying it's on record. Say, omu here say be deploy. They be deploy security to the border areas in the region to fight COVID. Emma regional minister, any MPs, actually they did the deployment, and now only omu echo around those border areas. And then those same people are turning around. No ma catch they say we to disenfranchise the people of K2 South. What kind of hypocrisy is this?
Richard, yes. So, what did you say for COVID in Tina? Yes, our reinforcement. Yes, our deployment.
May answer a question with another question. Will this be the first time you call registration you deploy security
so forces? So why don't we come out and say, hold on.
Hold on. It is, I'm saying that. Obviously, it's serving several purposes. Me no can say, a police for the door now, we have deployed them on the streets. To ensure say COVID no rules now or maintaining protocols people are obeying.
Yes, so
naturally, yes.
What stops us from saying that a registration
registration biano will deploy security forces. And me no can say any say there are very stringent and then registration is different from registrations esan se enede no ye wo emremu a enye covid nti ye wo emra bi a se odu polling station na registration center na udi so meboa we will deploy security forces there to ensure say omedi samra no so nti that shortage no borders no one enko here borders no so who pull out Richard, all those people.
Richard, question.
No, it ties in.
We wouldn't be doing this forth and back. ABS can say yes, your registration be your strengthen your security or border.
TK, but I'm answering your question. Me say so naturally. So we deploy security forces. Enforce COVID-19 rules. Now, border areas, why abroad, the borders are supposed to be closed. And with all these COVID-19 things, naturally, no, or no, border, no, COVID-19 because you have pulled the forces you need for the registration centers.
So the argument is that COVID-19
COVID-19 registration. No, you see, maybe you will not have because, tell me, you would not have had the shortage because COVID-19 registration center you would have to have a security person 33,000 of them.
Okay,
beyond that untimi nya police ejuma biomu say ye registration but say nanka COVID-19 ni ho you will not deploy the rest of the police forces onto the streets nanka ho. And it will be enough for you to deploy to the borders.
Okay.
And it's natural. Now, Mami Misa NEC. Sir, most say elections in registration tina you deploy you deploy to all border areas. And my argument and say yes, see foreigners be for border no ababe register. Maybe sir NEC and person foreigner be eba through border not during this period to register. How no say? You deploy soldier to borders. And young fan said the more can no correct is to prevent foreigners from coming through the borders to come and register. Young fan says sanity. How no say? And patch say person foreigners no if border no be register na dey. Me tell me what I'm saying. There is obviously something missing. Communication no omu ni me kwan on fa so communicate asem. But unfortunately, sa opportunity no na omu dia fa baby omu dia fa no. But the reality of it is that we are under a COVID situation. We are going to have a registration. Be deploy security forces. It's never different from when we are doing any registration or even voting exercise. You deploy security forces. Now, so much short because of you doing this at the various centers. Now, so would a soldier for, and then the first time you deploy a soldier for during elections and then registration. It is not the first time.
Richard, educate me what I do say because me shut down for my brain course. Ghanaians or more elsewhere. Bet me about register. Me for my brain course, but I'm just asking.
So CIA about the CIA closed. Oh yeah, then ever.
Okay.
Okay. Me that's you. you see, sometimes you may...
We are tying up.
Yeah, sometimes it can't be... you think that it's meant for bad. But in the end, no, it will be good. Or Bible mukra. Many are Richard say also minority caucus Croatia exec a wopede a bambo fu woko she bambo mukena. It was borders. Na tama minority fu share no or the reference na about the date na about say we share that ben. Ina friend in there so that ben. Ina amba mbiri na yewu. Inti COVID obe oyende. It tells you clearly you are exposed. There will be crack at the COVID into Shebambum can I say there be in na ye koto abako na bisa. Do you know that?
So what do you have to move say
no, I'm not. I'm just.
They have given you. They've texted the information.
Nobody has texted anything.
Why do you have to?
My viewers won't decide. Sure. Do you know the airport to plane?
Answer about to us, no. Are we all agreeing here, sir? And yet, to South Penna, sir, SIC cost.
It is not for us. It is not for us to agree.
No, I'm just asking.
It is not for us. It's public information.
So, and yeah, Hong Kong.
TK, we have all. I have told you, the friend and up north, military Fuko.
Okay. So about the same, I just want us to
friend and Oti no new voter military Fuko. And in one of it is not for us to agree or a public information.
No, maybe sir, because the view has been sir, I said if I me person clear.
TK, me pochopi. You see, do you know the plane off and Krofufi? Amanone or the one by special arrangement.
Well, yes, Minister of
Ended do you know the plane or two free Ghana or the Nkrofu card which is special arrangement? I'm telling you on authority.
Okay.
And I'm asking you there, who is a foreigner? If people in abroad are where Ghana for stranded, Utumu arrange mawoba. Ghanaians are over due to Honedu maybe away na the cranting, you to me arrange my work brother. Then I'm asking you who is that foreigner? Ono Owoke to South. Ono ye Ghanaian registration tea. There can be an arrangement and you pano butu ababa choni.
No, Owoke to South. Say to South the Ghana.
And I maybe so there.
Togo or Burkina Faso or Cote
d'Ivoire. One can say be some there military presence. And we were talking about the fact that we okay to South because in their borders or what okay to South constituency. And to make Adama, I expect you to get it there. Say Nyimpa bi wo hona say or ye Ghana ni. Na ono osan ye UK ni. No ye botumi a special arrangement madam Nyimpa na ba Ghana. Me to me a special arrangement madam Krofuni bi. Oh, you are in government, you know that.
Is there any such special arrangement?
Oh, what is he asking?
Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, any special arrangement.
Yeah, Ghana for UK.
If you don't
come and register.
Boss, no.
For purpose of education,
no.
To come and register.
No,
I'm saying no.
Please,
there's nothing like that.
Allow me to talk. There is a special arrangement that government will move Ghanaians or the one fee abroad or the one by Ghana. Is it true or false?
Well, minimum say the minimum buy, but not for the registration.
I have not mentioned registration.
All right, okay.
You can only register when you are in Ghana. So let registration not be the main focus. The focus is that there is a special arrangement that you move Ghana for. You don't feel abroad by Ghana. True or false?
Stranded. Yeah.
Now, when I don't know friend or man who know how to now baby. Obviously, in Crawford, if the plane goes to Accra, they won't come. Because that is the we are talking about the fact that arrangement my Nkrofu because Ghana for and which now ban the minty will be mema pele buana briefly. Is there any arrangement like that? Now Ghana for no baby special. And a Ghana for no baby 1 year special.
So question back on Mr. Person is it possible say Ghana for more Togo? Burkina Faso, any Cote d'Ivoire for betumi can say, well, COVID now by Yakoka Echi. This is for purpose of registration, Tia Pessi Befi.
Mr.
Arrangement man,
Mr. The agenda for this government in there. Yeah. Ghana, na say wo Togo, in Ghana.
TK.
Oh, okay.
TK.
I'm telling you plain.
TK.
All right. Okay.
Ye Ghana nyi na say e wo Burkina ye Ghana.
We bisa question.
Nemo ye Ghana nyi na wo UK ye Ghana nyi plain betu ma.
TK.
Right. Yes.
So utie onwa. They have told you that if you come to the border as a Ghanaian, based on these processes, you'll be quarantined for 14 days.
All right. Okay.
Look.
Now,
Okay.
sir,
TK, that is a
tell
lie.
me. So Kaya,
TK, there is
NDC
no
led by
even
Chief.
no, but Richard, I want you to clarify
Chief.
this. No, you are saying something. Regional Minister Akasa. Regional Minister also won't enforce the closure of the border.
Yes.
Regional Minister can't anywhere. There, arrangement to be all
right.
Because the rule is that you will be quarantined for 14 days. And I'm saying that it's
at
still
the airport.
in force.
At the
Airport, one I am quarantined or airport.
No, me patch there through the airport and through the border.
Okay, ebra COVID by.
I think I'm surprised there.
STT say Ghana for more China, yam for mumra. Ghana for more man on it, yam for mumra. Ghana for more baby, yam for mumra. Almost say aban edi Ghana for more man on abro. And ne, yeah, no so registration in Tina. What exactly do you want?
No, but
okay, so question now, I still
no, it is important that on this your platform.
On this, say Obi Togo, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Mombe fast as soon as you know. Ombetimi sorry abase. Registration.
No, according to Richard Nyama,
look, there's an ECOWAS protocol that is coming into effect in July.
According to
now,
Richard,
so far that protocol now, 14 days.
Okay, all right.
According to Richard, please, who platform you also?
July. It takes effect.
Those coming through the border, no. Say baho no will be so there in Ghana. We be quarantined for 14 days.
Yes.
Now it took a raw on him. That is information or you new to. I mean now watch your phone.
Yeah, until
let it be on record.
Yes.
There, Asema Richard Nyama working.
Yeah.
The borders, no. Bahona ye Ghana, they will allow you to. Now it is
yes,
not about
that is
the
when
border,
the ECOWAS protocol
it
kicks
is an
in.
arrangement.
Hear me.
Yeah, be arrangement.
Okay.
Ghana for our border.
Chief,
unfortunately,
you said it.
Hear me.
That is news.
TK,
yes.
They say there's an ECOWAS protocol that is coming into effect. ECOWAS protocol no take effect. It will quarantine you for 14 days.
Okay, but what about
ECOWAS protocol?
It's in July,
sure.
but I cannot be specific about the date.
Maybe say you go so you behu, but Madam Asepa, Richard Nyama, the unseen. Yes, the unseen one. One kasa who's on the bar. Then Chief Binding. Now no be say me that kroyem pair. Chief Binding any a certain Fiakoto on our show. So we'll do that under ECOWAS protocols.
Under the rules of my house, you know. She dare not appear on set with me.
Yeah, rule na dey. No one fear now.
Up on program now, Jam Ebeman baby mo. Program now, Ebeman baby. I know Ebeman if you.
And Gamma me feel. You don't know. Now say you don't know now bet me and bet me and the feel also.
You bet to me up but after victory no na say ni real ho na waba.
Well, I was for Ebras so say yes sorry Chief Money it has Richard Nyama so it has pamcho say muhia na mo pese mu hu say ono a mo hwe na bodwese no aha nti na wagya ho no was down so the be ya obi hu no and the glasses no so and be mu hu no apart from that dear to be very difficult say ubehu Prince also message ben menye den because mapon me sorry akọ okay well you pay much na you be sense we dem ase